People are losing their freaking minds over this game that just got announced at the State of Play, a new Marvel fighting game. And no, it's not Marvel vs. Capcom 4, unfortunately. But at the same time, it is going to be pretty much always compared to or be in the same conversation as Marvel vs. Capcom or Marvel vs. Capcom 4 because that's what we thought it was going to be when we first saw it. Like, even I was kind of fooled in the sense I thought maybe this was going to be Marvel vs. Capcom game, but there was no Capcom characters. Well, the game I'm talking about is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, a new upcoming tag team fighter from Arc System Works, the same devs who made Guilty Gear Strive, as well as Dragon Ball Fighters. And Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is going to launch next year on PS5, Steam, and Epic Game Store. The headliner using it for this on the PlayStation blog is assemble your own team of legendary Marvel characters in the ultimate 4v4 tag team fighter. PlayStation Studios, Arc System Works, and Marvel Games have joined forces to realize the latest in tag team fighters. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls experience the Marvel Universe like never before with reimagined characters and stages, a heart-pounding soundtrack, intuitive gameplay mechanics, and jaw-dropping visuals that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Whether this is your first fighting game or you are a veteran of the genre, Arc has incorporated gameplay controls and mechanics that are easy to pick up and play, and yet still offer the depth and versatility for high-level competition. The devs talk about from the beginning, we aimed to make Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls a title that could be enjoyable by a wide variety of players. Generally, a team versus fighting game requires a player to learn multiple characters, but for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, you only need to master one character in order to play the game. We have designed the mechanics in such a way that you can perform a variety of actions with either traditional fighting game inputs or simple inputs. With the press of a few buttons, multiple characters can appear on screen to provide backup or attack together, creating a new and exciting team versus battle experience. Since day one, the devs talk about how their long time and trusted collaboration at PlayStation and the team at Arc System Works have poured incredible amounts of talent and passion into reimagining the Marvel Universe in a way that only they can. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls demonstrates that they are absolute masters of their craft and are true Marvel fans at heart. Players are in for a wild ride. That is interesting they say that because, once again, Marvel vs. Capcom and how this is going to have similarities to that and be compared to it, and how they say they're specifically players are in for a wild ride, whereas there's a song from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, want to take you for a ride. It's just crazy how this happened, and this obviously was something done a long time ago. The deals were made a long time ago, potentially a year, 2, maybe even 3 years ago. And it's wild to think that Arc System Works is a developer doing this, and Capcom is not making a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And who knows, maybe Capcom did reach out to Marvel to see what's going on, because we did get Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection last year, right? And so that put us in the mindset, at least some of us players and audience, thinking that this means, okay, Capcom and Marvel are back cool again, right? They're back tight again. There's a potential for a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And now this gets announced and it's coming out next year. And it's, I don't know, it's wild to think, like, what the heck happened? What happened? Unless, Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is still potentially on the table in the future, but we're going to get it later on. That still could be a thing. I don't know. I can't help but think that and consider that. But back to Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. By the way, and very, very odd choice of name for this game. Like, I don't think I'll ever fully get used to it. I just don't. It's just, I don't know. They could have called it something else. They couldn't use Marvel superheroes because technically that's Capcom. I don't know, man. Just, I think it needs a name change before it comes out, but I don't think they're going to do that. Anyway, characters, it talks about here in the PlayStation blog, enter the fray with iconic Marvel heroes and villains such as Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Storm, Miss Marvel, Star-Lord, and Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes' Ghost Rider, that is. And these are all shown off in the trailer here, each with Arc's unique twists on their character designs and gameplay styles, right? Arc producer Takeshi Yamanaka states, there are so many amazing Marvel characters that it was quite a struggle to choose our roster. But we did have some criteria for the selection process. First and foremost, we wanted to include characters who we feel to be the face of Marvel. At the same time, we also needed to select characters that would give us a balance of battle types and styles. Lastly, we wanted to sprinkle in a few surprises and leave room for characters who have never been playable in a fighting game before. And honestly, that's a good thing. This gives me hope that maybe we'll see Marvel characters who've never been in a fighting game before. Personally, for me, I want Blade in there. Heck, I want to see Nightcrawler. I want to see Jubilee. Why not Dazzler, Or heck, why not Ant-Man? And the list goes on and on. Yamanaka-san continues to talk about early on in the project, we experimented with a shader to recreate a more Western comic books visual style. But the Marvel team expressed a desire for us to lean into something more arc-like. It was then that we switched our approach to the game's visuals and began to lean more into Jap animation style Arc is known for. Let's talk about gameplay mechanics next here, guys. So from short range jabs to the cinematic ultimate skills, each character features a bespoke set of normal, special, and unique attacks inspired by their abilities and powers in Marvel lore. Arc have gone to great lengths to ensure that gameplay style, movement, and feel of these legendary characters is fresh, new, and wholly unique to Marvel Tokon fighting souls. But it's not just the individual gameplay of the characters that has been enhanced. Significant dedication has gone into reimagining and redefining what it means to be a tag team fighter. Team versus fighting games have a long tradition of 2v2 or 3v3 team formats. So this is something we discussed in depth within the development team. We went back and forth many times from thinking we might be better off making a 1v1 game or sticking to the established 3v3 format. The devs continue on saying, at its core, we felt that the appeal of team versus fighting games is the intensity of battles with multiple characters on screen at once. Additionally, one of the appeals of Marvel Comics is seeing a vast cast of characters coming together to create all kinds of unique team-ups. With these two ideas in mind, we concluded that creating a 4v4 team versus system would be the best way to not only create those over-the-top moments, but to further evolve the tag fighting genre. Then there's the stages, which gives some big clues, by the way, of what potentially could be in the game and just references. The stages come to life in Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, filled with Easter eggs for eagle-eyed fans to find. Most stages also feature multiple areas. These transitions between areas are not just action-packed and stunning to witness, but they also play a strategic role. I look at these screenshots, guys. It's crazy how good these look. I think Daredevil's potentially in one of them. You got the 3 statues here of the OG Avengers, as far as the 3 leading ones, with Thor, Iron Man, and Cap. And there's just more to come. And this is only just the beginning. I'm sure we'll find out more details. This has to be at EVO, now that I think about it. EVO is owned and run mainly by Sony, right? PlayStation. There has to be something at EVO for this, like a gameplay demo or something like that, more than likely, right? If it's not going to be at Summer Games Fest, then EVO. It has to be at EVO. More than likely, it'll be shown off. Maybe get a new trailer at EVO as well, too, of some kind. Maybe new characters shown off or something like that. And I want to say it was smart of the devs to show gameplay right away. Don't just do a cinematic, show actual gameplay, and they did. This is a win. This is definitely a big win for us as gamers, fighting fans. I'm hoping that this turns out really freaking well. It has crossplay, considering it's going to be on PC and console. We don't know if it's going to come to Xbox as of right now. More than likely not, since Sony's footing the bill as a publisher. Don't know about Switch 2. It may come to Switch 2 at some point. But like I said, hopefully it has crossplay. They haven't said anything about crossplay yet. Who knows, since it's going to be on PC via Steam and Epic Game Store, as well as on console. So I'm definitely getting a PC version, though, for sure, when this does drop. Only one X-Men character, though, in Storm. I hope they bring Wolverine. I hope they bring Cable in here. Nightcrawler, like I said, Gambit. Some more X-Men characters. Fantastic Four characters would be great if they had all 4 of those in there. It would make sense. 4v4. Had the 4 fantastic team members going against other Marvel characters. That'd be awesome. Just some ideas there I'm thinking on top of my head. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. That's all I got for you in this video. If you found this helpful and enjoyed it, as well as learned something today, well, I would appreciate a like, subscribe for new, sound off the comments below if you're excited for this game and what characters you may want to see in this game as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.